Big Ten starting lineups are sponsored by Ram Trucks. Nothing stops Ram. Cade Tyson fourth in the conference in scoring for Minnesota. Keep an eye on him. But again, the big story from Michigan State, Jordan Scott is starting for more on the change. Let's bring in the third member of our team and say hi and good evening to Andy Katz.
Well, I talked to Tom Izzo earlier this afternoon, and it was all about the way Jordan Scott has been playing of late that basically forced this move because you want him on the court. And he's not comparing him to Jace Richardson just yet, but it was almost a year ago to the day, February 8th of last year against Oregon, that Jace Richardson was put into the starting lineup. He had 29 in that game. He did not come off that starting lineup for the rest of the season. We know what happened then. He ended up being a first-round NBA draft pick. So, like Jace Richardson as a freshman, Jordan Scott has earned the right, the privilege to be in that Michigan State starting lineup.
All right, Andy, thank you. And you make your first start, and sure enough, Mom is here. Christy Winter-Scott, her colleague here on the Big Ten Network, has the phone ready. Green pom-pom in hand, ready to cheer on her son, ready for his first collegiate start here in this Michigan State-Minnesota matchup. And the opening tip is controlled by the Gophers, and we're underway from the barn. Michigan State won both matchups last year. In fact, has won 3 straight and 6 of the last 7 overall against Minnesota.
Keep an eye on that matchup right there. The two bigs trying to guard Cade Tyson. Cooper and Kohler out on that perimeter. Gonna be something to watch.
Here's Osama. The slip underneath to Reynolds, and a good start for the Gophers.
That's exactly how you want to start. That is the chink in this Michigan State defense. Cutting off the ball. They're so heavily loaded. That pick and pop in a couple different areas, but they are stellar otherwise. Good start for Minnesota.
Here is Scott. Got his man up. That's a deep 2, and Scott answers.
And you see why they love him right there. That's just textbook. Come off the pin down. Shot fake. Old school with it. Getting the mid-range.
Mom all smiles, enjoying that first shot attempt from her son. Here's Cade Tyson for 3. Doesn't go. Tyson missed the Wisconsin game, hurt his ankle here against Nebraska, came back and played against Penn State, got the bulk of his 17 points at the foul line, and now Scott turns it over as he was out of bounds. Niko Medved, the Minneapolis native, the Minnesota alum in his first season, and the Gophers have lost 7 straight games. Keep in mind, for Minnesota, 7 of their last 9 games decided by 6 points or fewer or overtime. Great look, and Durkin lays it in. So no surprise, Minnesota scoring off passing, off assists.
Yep, first in the country in assist rate and in the conference. And you see a little chin action. That's old school Northwestern. Just a little back screen at the elbow. That's going to be tough to guard for anybody, even this Michigan State defense.
Carson Cooper looking down low, guarded by Jalen Crocker-Johnson now. Jeremy Fears, back-to-back Big Ten Player of the Week honors, lost his dribble. Shot clock down to 5. Fears saw the clock. Going to work. Another deep 2. And a shot clock violation. Another turnover, and it's Minnesota basketball. Tom Izzo, the Hall of Famer, turned 71 back on Friday. 16 wins all time here at Williams Arena. Bobby Knight, he won 17 for a building that opened up in 1928. A little murky in terms of most wins by an opposing head coach, but when you're the winningest head coach in Big Ten history, as Tom Izzo is, no surprise, he might tie Bobby Knight here tonight. Here's Crocker-Johnson. Yeah, 3-point shot hasn't been falling for him the last couple of games.
That's something that Minnesota can do. Again, the pick and pop, running off pin downs for Tyson's, the back screens. You can't separate from Jalen Crocker-Johnson too much. That'll be there.
Carr the miss, 1 and done. Here's Durkin. Minnesota offensively, they'll milk the clock. They shoot a ton of threes, but not making them at a high rate. Crocker-Johnson changes that.
There you go again, second time in a row. Jalen Crocker-Johnson is not shy. Great job by Isaac Osama. Keep the dribble, drag out the defender, that pick and pop. Michigan State allows 42% from 3 in those situations.
Tom Izzo not happy with the start tonight. He took Fears out of the game, and Divine Ugochukwu is on the floor right now running point for Michigan State early on. Ugochukwu looking for a crease, and attacks and draws the foul. And free throws upcoming. The foul is on. Crocker-Johnson is first. check in with Andy Katz.
Yeah, one of the concerns earlier this afternoon was that start against Michigan. Not to compare Michigan and Minnesota, but he stressed getting off to that good start. And obviously right off the bat, down 7-2, they're not doing what he wanted here during the shoot-around.
All right, Andy, thank you. And Ugo Chukwu off the bench here tonight, knocking down the free throw now. We'll see Jeremy Fears check back in as Jordan Scott comes out.
They just wanted to talk to him about that late shot clock situation. The Spartans do not want to be one-on-one with Langston Reynolds. He's probably one of the most underrated defenders in the country on the perimeter. Has given a lot of guards problems. And to Andy's point, Michigan State didn't start how they wanted to, Corey. But again, Coach Izzo knew this would be a tight game because he gave Nico so much credit for the action they run offensively, and they're executing early.
Grayson Grove on the floor for Minnesota. It's about a 7-man rotation as Crocker Johnson comes out. Here's Osima, a Cherry, Minnesota native. 3 to shoot. Working his way inside.
That is bag work right there from Isaac Osima. Keeps the dribble again. A little step through. He knows they're going to show. Snatch really tough there from the sophomore.
Minnesota 4 of its first 6 from the field. Here's a 3 from Fears Jr. No. 3-point shooting numbers in Big Ten play for Jeremy Fears Jr. sub 20%.
Only shoots off the dribble threes in ball screen situation only 10 times on the year, so that is not his game. Minnesota going to go under on him all night. He's better in the mid-range, but going to be tough for him with this tough Langston Reynolds defense.
Grove cutting, Bobble, they got it back. Tyson against Cooper. High arcing shot, no, and the rebound to Kohler. Michigan State, outstanding rebounding team that has not been a strength for Minnesota. Fears into the corner, sets up Carr, corner pocket 3, no, and the rebound to Reynolds.
Talk about the rebound. You see Grayson Grove, Cade Tyson, both body to body, sight check rebound on Kohler and Cooper. Keep those guys off the glass. Minnesota's going to have a chance to win this game.
Timeout coming next whistle. Bobby Durkin, he's been hot. 3-point shot has been falling, and that continues. Outstanding start for the Gophers, and it's a 9-point lead and a 10-1 run.
Bobby Durkin did his best Justin Jefferson right there to get open off the screen. A little shake come off the pin down. That was tough.
Everything but the gritty for Durkin there. Ugo Chukwu got his man up. He'll attack, and well done by Ugo Chukwu on the drive.
Ugo Chukwu responding nicely to coming off the bench. Coach Izzo said it was nothing in spite of what he's done. They had some good basketball, played some good minutes with him in the lineup.
Gophers turn it over. And now Fears Jr. underneath and knocked away, and it'll be Minnesota ball. When we come back, the Gophers off to a strong start in the 142nd all-time meeting against Michigan State.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Switch to Allstate and you could save hundreds. What are you waiting for? Make your move before I do.
Old Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency. Old Trapper. What's your beef?
Ameriprise Financial has been providing personal financial advice since 1894. Through changing times, clients have counted on us to know they're protected and that their wealth is preserved. For over 6 generations, our advice has been helping people do more than achieve their goals. We've been helping them achieve their goals with confidence. Visit Ameriprise.com to find an advisor near you. Ameriprise Financial. Advice worth talking about. Ameriprise Financial. Advice worth talking about.
Welcome back. Ruled Minnesota ball before the timeout, but during the timeout, Michigan State did challenge possession here. So watch Grayson Grove, number 2, clearly makes contact, and there is Carson Cooper. Hands go up, but clearly no contact made by Cooper. The officials still discussing, but there's a really good look, and won't be surprised if this is overturned and Michigan State keeps its challenge and will have possession of the basketball. So there is Tom Izzo with Minnesota up by 7.
Yeah.
So I believe they have ruled it's going to be Michigan State ball. Now they're talking about the shot clock. How much time they're going to put on the shot clock. There is Keith Kimball, part of our Big Ten officiating crew here tonight.
After further review, it's a successful challenge by Michigan State head coach. He has 1 challenge left, and he did not lose a timeout. 23 on the shot clock.
So 23 on the shot clock. It'll be Michigan State ball. Our keys to the game are sponsored by Jared Jewelers.
Michigan State, number 1. Take care of the ball. Already 2 turnovers. You get 1 back right there. That's another one of the chink in the armors right there. They turn the ball over. Not great transition defense because of it. Minnesota, sight check and rebound. That means find your man and box him out. Hit him. Hit anybody you can. Got to even hit Nico from time to time on that sideline if you got to, if you're Minnesota.
Speaking of turnovers, and nearly one there off the hand of Cam Ward. Shot clock down to 5. Here's Fears. Strip, lost it. Another Michigan State turnover.
So they get it back off the challenge and then give it right back. I think Michigan State got lucky right there. Even off the tip, that should have been back over and back, but got away with one.
Langston Reynolds spins on Fears, kicks it out. Tyson, he'll pop for 3.
That's how you can beat Michigan State right there. Outstanding by Reynolds. Get in the paint. Help comes. Take your time. Defense collapses. Best shooter on the team. Pocket.
Minnesota 5 assists on 6 made field goals so far tonight. Scott in the paint, runs into Grove. Fears Jr. for 3. That's off the mark. And the rebound to Cooper, and Michigan State another chance here.
Outstanding job by Bobby Durkin fighting Cooper.
Tyson went straight up. There's Ward cleaning it up, and he is fouled. And Ward will be at the foul line shooting 2, and the foul is on Grove. Ward dealt with some sickness over the weekend, a wrist injury earlier in the season. He'll be at the line shooting 2, just a 46% free throw shooter.
He's another one of these freshmen that Coach Izzo and staff love. Say OKG is what they call them, our kind of guy. You look at him, he will beat you up, man. You got to keep him off the glass. 6 rebounds in 14 minutes against Michigan.
We are just getting started here on a Wednesday night Hoops tripleheader. We continue next in Champaign. It'll be number 5 Illinois against Northwestern. Coming up next in the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. And Ward, a 4-star prospect out of Largo High School. His dad was his coach, mom the AD at his high school. Maryland native. And a chance here for Ward.
Yeah, they'll beat you up. Got a decent, despite the free throw percentage, he does have a decent touch around the basket, but looking forward to his development.
That one took the tour and went down. Nine-point Minnesota lead. The Golden Gophers have lost 10 straight games against AP top 10 teams. Meanwhile, Michigan State has won 21 straight over unranked teams. Osima got it back from Grove. Around it out, here comes Ugochukwu.
Michigan State got lucky again. Got to get to the body on those handoffs. Jeremy Fears loses Osima. Got a little lucky, goes in and out.
And Grove the foul, and that's going to be his second. So Minnesota, as we said, this is a 7-man rotation, and while Grove doesn't start, Now, Nico Medved really happy with the defense and the improvement he has seen from Grove, the redshirt freshman with 2 fouls. He'll go to the bench.
Just starring in his role, the defense, but you've seen him already putting a body on guys tonight, helping off the help side, going vertical at the rim. Just brings a great energy to this club.
There's Kurtang on the floor. Scott finds a slashing Ward, and he throws it down. So freshman to freshman for the Spartans.
Kurtang is a scorer, but right there, great recognition. See the show, throw it ahead. Don't try and be the hero, get the hockey assist. Cam Ward roll hard to the front of the rim. Great execution by the Spartans.
Tyson guarded by Kohler, forced back out. Shot clock down to 7. Tyson hands it off. Osama from the wing for 3, short. And here comes Michigan State up the floor in a hurry. It's a good battle down low between Crocker, Johnson, and Kohler. Scott inside the lane, around and out, tip once, no, and Crocker Johnson rips it free.
That's a good read there by Ugochukwu. Kohler, if you don't get it the first time, you got to clear space to allow Scott to get to his spot, impeded his progress a little bit, disrupted the rhythm.
Osama picking up his dribble. Now the freshman Shinholster, New Jersey native. He lost the ball. Fortunate bounce to Crocker Johnson. He's trying to muscle his way inside. Shot clock at 3. Crocker Johnson with 2. Got it off in time. Another empty trip for the Gophers.
That's what we call a rugby possession right there, Corey. That was a scrum the entire way through.
For scoring drought approaching 2.5 minutes. Here's Kohler for 3. Doesn't go, and the rebound to Tyson. So Michigan State 0-4 from 3 to start the night.
Bobby Durkin, another great box out right there.
Minnesota offensively is averaging just 63 possessions per game. That's the fewest in the Big Ten. Tyson in the paint, contact and fouled by Ward, and that will send us to a break with 10:21 to go. Ward, a surprising reaction, picking up the foul, but Tyson at the line shooting 2 when we come back.
I mean, we all do it. You see a line, have no idea what it's for, but your brain is like, should I join it? It's crazy, right?
Hey, let me call you back. I got to stand in a line.
Even crazier is that folks stick with insurance that keeps them waiting around to file a claim, while Geico's claim support is available day or night. I mean, I'd have FOMO about that, if anything. Excuse me, what are you waiting for?
No one knows.
Okay.
You're cool. You can cut.
I'm all right, actually.
No, seriously.
It feels good to step out of line. It feels good to Geico.
I can't afford to overpay.
Doug, are you hiding from used car shopping?
Maybe.
I'm always here to help.
Show me, Carfox.
Almost half of all used cars have been in an accident. Half! Carfax can show how damage impacts price, so you don't have to overpay.
Whoa, I don't have to overpay?
You don't have to overpay.
I don't have to overpay. I don't have to overpay. Come on.
You don't have to overpay. Always look for me and shop millions of great deals at Carfax.com.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diane.
Hi, I just received my new Discover card. It says cash back on every purchase. What's cash back?
It's new. Buy what you need, earn a little extra back.
Even on walkie-talkies, rope, and a baseball bat?
You betcha.
10 to 15 pumpkins? That works.
Absolutely.
How about flowers?
What he meant to say was flamethrower.
A what?
Marco's only uses premium toppings, which means your pizza isn't just flavorful, it's mushroom-full, or sausage-full, or pepperoni-full. And you can get unlimited medium one-topping pizzas from the place named America's favorite pizza chain starting at $8.99 every day, only at Marco's.
Braden Frager leads 9th-ranked Nebraska.
There he is with a slam dunk.
Against upset-minded Rutgers.
Denied again.
Men's Hoops, Saturday at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific on the Big Ten Network.
Here at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, we're getting more nutrients out of every crop to sustainably feed growing populations everywhere. And then there's this. Every dollar spent on agricultural research returns up to $40 to the Minnesota economy. Now that's really doing more with less. I'm Brian Boer, and I'm helping make the world healthier here, there, and everywhere.
Basketball on the Big Ten Network is brought to you by Ram Trucks. Nothing stops Ram. And by Dairy Queen. Only a DQ happy tastes good. Welcome back. Coming up on Sunday, catch a men's basketball doubleheader as USC takes on Penn State, followed by Minnesota against Maryland here at the Barn. Coverage begins with a tip-off show at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, 8:30 Pacific on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. And for the Minnesota-Maryland game here on Sunday, a wonderful initiative called Ski-U-Mah Strong, where Minnesota players, and there's Langston Reynolds, he won't be alone, but Reynolds and his teammates, instead of having the names of their own last name on the back of their jerseys, the last names will be warriors or patients, pediatric patients dealing with cancer. So just combining the love of basketball and giving back to the community in coalition with Masonic Children's Hospital. That'll be emotional and great. And the pediatric patients, the warriors, they'll be invited to Friday practice, then brunch with the team on Sunday, get a chance to visit with the staff, the players before the game, and then come game time against Maryland on Sunday, you won't see Durkin and Shinholster and Reynolds. Instead, it'll be the last name of pediatrics on Sunday. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Ski-U-Mah Strong on Sunday.
Can't say that too often, but that's definitely worth it.
Michigan State in a scoring drought lasting more than 2 minutes. On Carr trying to change that. At the midway point here in the first half. There's Carr in the paint. No, and Crocker Johnson the rebound.
So good right there from Crocker Johnson. Minnesota likes to switch it up, go zone. They do right there. Michigan State worked on that all shoot around, getting it to the middle. Your best athlete, Crocker Johnson, matches him at the apex.
Minnesota no made field goals, surpassing more than 4 minutes, yet still with a 9-point lead. 4 to shoot. Shinholster, high arcing shot at the rim, and the rebound to Fears Jr. Tang in the corner for 3, and that's his game. Great three-point shooter, knocking it down, and that ends the scoring drought for Michigan State.
And that shot right there from Shinholster, just as good as a turnover. And that's where Michigan State is at their best in transition. Minnesota needs to be careful right here. This is where Michigan State, they get down, but they hold you defensively, and they go on one of those runs.
Tyson answers.
Never mind. Cade Tyson says, hold that thought. You don't know what you're talking about.
Tyson 4th in the league in scoring at nearly 20 a game. He has 8 first-half points. Tang, he'll try again from the wing. No. Got the rebound back underneath to Carr. He missed the bunny.
Cohen Carr right there, not used to laying the ball up. He just got to dunk that. It's a little foreign for him, but Michigan State starting to impose their will a little bit, getting on that offensive glass.
And Reynolds fears that smart play, saw that pass was coming, and forces the turnover. Here's Fears in the paint, the floater, yes. First points for Jeremy Fears Jr. coming off a career-high 31 against Michigan on Friday.
Really heads-up play there. Cohen Carr, not a shooter. So, you know, let me just set this screen in the middle of the floor, even though it's 5-on-4. And Jeremy Fears, 45% and up from that mid-range. Heads-up play by Carr.
Fears double figures in scoring in 10 straight games. Carr fell down underneath. Well, give it off to Tyson. No, and the rebound comes down to Cooper. 8th in the Big Ten in rebounding is Cooper. And nearly 7 a game. Freshman on freshman year, Scott against Shinholster. Here's Scott. He'll drive and is fouled with 2.7 on the shot clock. And That will take us to a break, and free throws for Jordan Scott when we come back. 7-point Minnesota lead, 7:11 to go until halftime.
What if I get an offender bender?
State Farm's there with the assist.
Jersey swap?
Jersey swap.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Oh, I'm feeling this.
I assisted with security things.
Swap.
I assisted with popcorn.
Swap.
Get that jersey.
Get your corn there.
Hey, I assisted myself by filing a claim on the State Farm app.
Swap.
In my halftime show, I had
a great story.
We're done swapping. Too late, circus man.
State Farm with the assist.
Every truck month, trucks talk tough. Only one delivers the trucks worth talking about. Ram Truck Month. The most powerful light-duty gas lineup in America. Backed by America's best powertrain limited warranty. First off the line, last one standing. Built to never stop. Hurry in for great deals during Ram Truck Month. The only one worth the talk. Nothing stops the only one worth the talk. Nothing stops Ram.
Growing up, I watched my dad work incredibly hard, and he instilled a very strong work ethic in me. And when I think about Trailblazers and I think about my time at Michigan State, I looked around, I saw lots of people working incredibly hard to really master their skills. That's something that I tried to carry throughout my career. No matter what job I was doing, I tried to do it with excellence and integrity. If I can help impart my knowledge from the experiences that I've had to help people grow and develop, that's an important aspect of what we do as leaders. The best days at Home Depot were the days that I'm in the stores, in distribution centers, in call centers with our frontline associates, listening to what they think and what they need. Those are the best days as a CEO. I'm Craig Manier, former CEO of the Home Depot and a Michigan State graduate.
Minnesota by 7, 7:11 to go until halftime. Let's take a look at our Play with the Plan, brought to you by TIAA.
And that's exactly what Coach Izzo was worried about, Minnesota's ability to play with the plan. Here's Cohen Carr right there. Bobby Durkin, a little swing and a screen away. And there it is, little Justin Jefferson, little shimmy shake. Cohen Carr doesn't get to the body. Cooper is supposed to stay with Grove. It's tough to switch out unless you communicate early, and Minnesota has been punishing Michigan State the entire game with their cuts, their back screens, their ball movement. That's why they're #1 in the country in assist rate, Corey, and that's the advantage they have against Michigan State tonight.
See 6 assists and 7 made field goals. Minnesota has knocked down 4 threes already tonight, but Michigan State will be at the line as play resumes, and 2 shots upcoming for Jordan Scott. 71% at the line this season. Scott, if you missed the start of our telecast, starting for the first time in his collegiate career tonight, the freshman from Reston, Virginia. Started the second half against Michigan. Firstly fouled out. Tom is here. He makes the second. Scott will come out. And Trey Ford, transfer from Sanford, getting some run here in the first half, averaging 4 points per game.
Three-point shooter coming over, made 83s last year. Hasn't quite got it going, but he is an option for Coach Izzo. They do have some depth over there at that 2-3 spot. Just need to find that chemistry, and they're starting to figure it out.
Chukwu with the foul as Reynolds was trying to post up inside. Second foul on Michigan State. 6 combined fouls so far in this game, under 7 to play in the first half.
Jalen Crocker-Johnson set a heck of a screen right there. Osama didn't see him on the throwback. He was wide open for a 3.
There's Crocker-Johnson for 3. Make that 5 made threes in this first half for Minnesota.
Crocker-Johnson says, I'm going to just get it anyway. Didn't get it the first time. Try again.
And play stopped as Ivo Chukwu needs to come out for a moment. Head off the elevated floor and get looked at. cut there on his leg.
This makes me nervous when guys just check themselves out like that. Hopefully he's all right. But
there's Tang. He'll pull up for two. Short. And Durkin the rebound.
Bobby Durkin, great job of getting back into play. Tang put him on skates a little bit right there, but Minnesota going to force Michigan State to make shots in this zone, and the hardest thing in zone to box out. Doing a great job right now.
Spartans so far tonight +4 on the glass. Skip pass to Tyson. In the paint, floats, and too strong. It's a high percentage shot from Tyson.
And that was created by a cut. Again, two Spartans went to the cutter. The skip pass was there. Tyson just couldn't convert. And those cuts are giving Michigan State serious problems, even when Minnesota's not scoring right now.
Minnesota going zone here. Reynolds knocked it away. Fears got it back, 7 to shoot. Now Tang. Tang, baseline, lost his footing, shoveled it somehow to Kohler.
It's a mistake right there from Awesome. He just got out of position. Heads up play, threw it over the top to Tang. Body's flying, but it's unfortunate if you're Minnesota.
There's points for Kohler, co-captain, one of 4 captains on this Michigan State team. Reynolds underneath. Here comes Fears. Trailing, Kohler pops for 3, off the mark. It's a good job there from Tyson boxing out Carr.
We're doing a fantastic job. I think it's kind of a foregone conclusion. Michigan State is going to win this rebounding battle. I think for Minnesota, it's just how can you stay in it?
Divine Ugochukwu, he left the floor, he went underneath, and he's now heading towards the locker room.
Minnesota playing through the post, putting Jeremy Fears, putting Tang down on that block. Michigan State's going to play one-on-one. Fell asleep right there. Kohler did. Recover just in time.
Kohler turns around at the foul line. No.
It's not Kohler's game. He has not shot many twos from jump shots. A majority of his jump shots have been from 3 throughout the year. That's kind of an awkward shot now for guys in this day and age.
Scoring down for Kohler last 5 games or so, averaging around 9 points a game. Five to shoot. Reynolds, there's some Bruce Thornton in his game, isn't there?
Yeah, he's something. Some Barry Sanders, Bruce Thornton, Adrian Peterson, one of them. He missed Jalen Crocker-Johnson right there, though. Got to throw that back.
And Tang walked. Fears saying he got shoved. Instead, it's turnover number 4 on Michigan State and Minnesota ball. When we come back, 3.5 to go until halftime. Time Izzo and the Spartans on the road down 7.
My mother told.
Full Dr. Pepper, cherry is the best.
No, it's Dr. Pepper. Blackberry is the best.
It's Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
I reckon it's Dr. Pepper, strawberries, and cream.
Find your flavor.
You come around with your hands in your pockets and baby, I've been thinking too much. But hearts don't lie.
Marathon is rewarding fans with savings of up to $1 per gallon. All by earning rewards on every gallon and on select in-store items. Making every pit stop and snack break worthy of a celebration.
Score.
The more you fuel up, the more you score with Marathon Rewards. Marathon, the official fuel of the Big Ten.
Okay,
So guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them, no trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get a new iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
When you make your dip super creamy with Hellmann's, your new boyfriend can know nothing about football.
Oh, he touched it down. Bro, that's the other team.
And still fit in just fine.
Have you tried the dip?
Oh, great fumble. Great fumble?
That's a Hail Mayo.
Don't miss a Saturday night hockey doubleheader. First, Michigan State and Michigan face off in Detroit in a 1-versus-2 showdown. Then the Gophers host the Buckeyes. Coverage starts 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Welcome back to Minneapolis, and Minnesota is up by 7, 23-16. And the storyline for the Gophers pretty much all year has been not just the guys that they have, but the guys they do not have. Depth has really hurt Minnesota, Jordan, all year long, down 4 scholarship players here tonight.
Yeah, and then Grayson Grove gets his second foul earlier in the game. So really thin over there. And if you're not a proud Minnesotan like us, Corey, you wouldn't know that Langston Reynolds was supposed to be their 6th man. Chauncey Willis goes down early. Robert Viola goes down. So making do with the short bench. Hats off to Nico and that staff.
Last player you saw on the right in sweats, that's Nehemiah Turner. He is not out for the year. He's dealing with a leg injury, but B.J. Omot out for the year. Chauncey Willis Jr. out for the year. Robert Viola, they're 5 out for the year. It's a big reason why Minnesota's playing pretty much a 7-man rotation night in, night out. Ward bobbled, got it back, and Ward inside for 2.
And this is really the first time we saw the Spartans go inside like that. Coach Izzo mentioned that might be a point of attack. Heads up play by Ward, run the floor. Cade Tyson, he's a little light to deal with Cam Ward. Catch it in front of the rim. Great play by the freshman.
And the 18 in the paint for Michigan State. And if you had Cam Ward leading the Spartans in scoring here in the first half, good on you. He's got 5. Crocker Johnson, though, what a half he is having. His 3rd made 3. He has 9 first half points.
So it makes him so good. He can step out and make shots even when he's not hot. Got to honor it. But again, we're going to belabor this cut. He pops. Isaac Asima cuts out, clears that space. Cooper's late to get back. Great design from Coach Medved.
Touch pass to Cooper with the right hand, soft touch, short on the ground at Michigan State. Another chance. Fort and a good look in, knocks it down. So the Spartans do capitalize the second chance opportunity.
Yeah, only their 2nd bucket on well, actually really 4th point on second chance. Had a free throw earlier. Trey Ford, a welcome sign for him to get him going from beyond the arc.
Second made 3 for Michigan State here in this first half. Made only 4 total in the loss against Michigan. Asima found a crease and 1.
Coach Medved loves when Isaac Asima keeps his dribble. You see the little hezzy right there? That's created Jalen Crocker Johnson. He's made 3. Carson Cooper knows he got to get back. And then you see it, here it is. Cooper right there. Jalen Crocker Johnson is a shooter. He stays that time. You see Asima cut out right there at the last minute. Dial it up. Tracy for Crocker Johnson.
Minnesota took a timeout. With the Gophers up by 7 and a free throw coming from Isaac Asima. Coming up at the half, stay tuned. Dave Repson, Coach Bruce Weber in our Chicago studios for the State Farm Halftime Show. All coming up momentarily from our Chicago studios. And again, this is game 1 of 3 tonight, our Wednesday triple header here on BTN. Illinois Northwestern coming up next, and later tonight, Iowa against Washington.
Jalen Crocker Johnson, you mentioned the 3 threes. He's playing the 5 this year because of the aforementioned injuries. Last year at Colorado State, played a lot of time at the 3-4. Brother in the crowd, Tony Crocker, the great from Oklahoma, was a great shooter in his own right, so great lineage that he's learned from.
Went down memory lane today watching you two guys play a little bit, mess around on the court. The coach is asking for eligibility. There's a lot happening on the floor.
Listen, it took about 3.5 seconds for me to be out of breath, but I will say I was giving Tony buckets.
It's a possible flagrant 2 on Jordan Taylor. That's being looked at.
shot off the backboard. Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Cooper brought it low. Osama got his hands in there, and the Spartans turn it over. Number 5.
Minnesota will give up that middle pass to Cooper all game.
Now Osama lost it.
Turned it back over. Minnesota trying to be opportunistic in transition right there. I think if you're Nico, you don't mind that, but Osama has to do a better job taking care of it.
Under a minute to play until halftime. Here's Fort. Now Cooper, deep 2, no, and Durkin the rebound.
Yeah, Jalen Crocker-Johnson, he's going to need an ice bath after this game. Wrestling with Ward, Cooper, Kohler. But again, Michigan State, Cooper has to be a screener. They will give up that pass to the middle of the floor all night long.
Another team even sniffing the bonus here with under 30 seconds to play until halftime. Here's Durkin, stays hot. Largest lead tonight for the Gophers, an 11-point advantage, 20.9 to play, and Michigan State calls a timeout. You know, Jordan, this is reminiscent. Not too long ago, Minnesota hosted a top 10 team. It was Nebraska. And Minnesota led by 6 at halftime. Big reason why the Gophers hit 9 threes in the first half. They've hit 7 tonight. The Nebraska game hit 9 in the first half, did not make a single 3 in the second half. But this one playing out comparably, at least here in the first half, as it did not too long ago.
This is a great start for the Gophers, as you mentioned. And it's been in part to Bobby Durkin right here. Look at Jordan Scott. He's not connected, doesn't get connected. And Bobby Durkin, he's a shooter. That's a great jab step. Never got into his body. That's the second time we've seen Durkin go a little wide receiver, X receiver right there. A little shiftiness from him. And he's been fantastic over the last 3 games. This is what they thought they were getting when he came over from Davidson. He's proven it, every bit of it right now. Happy for that young man.
And playing his best basketball here as the conference schedule has moved along. 6 seconds. Fears with 4. Fort with 3, with 1. Got it off in time, no good. And Michigan State held to 21 first half points, and Minnesota, who has lost 10 straight games against AP top 10 teams, has an 11-point lead at the break. And Minnesota has been here before, leading the half in 3 of the last 4 games, yet still in that loss column. The Gophers have dropped their last 7, but lead by 11 at the break. Let's check in with Andy Katz.
Well, Tom, how do you explain that slow start?
Well, I don't. I mean, our 3 best players, or 3 of our better players, Coop is really struggling to guard a 3. I don't know. I've never seen that. And we've gotten some good shots down there. We missed them. Give them credit. They made some threes.
How do you defend the three-point line in the second half?
Start somebody. That would be the first start.
Thanks, Tom.
All right, Andy, thank you. So Michigan State allowing 7 made threes, telling Andy what would help, guard somebody. Kept it simple, and Minnesota leads by 11 at the half, 32-21. Stay tuned, more to come. The State Farm Halftime Show with Dave and Coach Weber coming up next here on BTN.
Ladies and gentlemen, Twice Yearly PrEP is here. 1 office visit every 6 months, 2 times a year for HIV prevention. That's 1-2 PrEP. That's Yes2Go. Yes2Go is an injectable prescription medicine that helps to protect against HIV through sex. 1 office visit every 6 months. 1 during your winter glam, and 1 during your summer glow. 1 during your winter time, and 1 during your summer shine. You must be HIV negative to receive Yes2Go and get tested for HIV before each injection. If you think you were exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your healthcare provider right away. HIV testing may be needed. Yes2Go does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections. Practice safer sex and get Yes2Go as scheduled. Missing doses increases your chance of getting HIV. Tell your provider about your medical conditions if you are pregnant or plan to be, and all the medicines and supplements you take, as Yes2Go may affect some medicines. The most common side effects are injection site reactions, headache, and nausea. Rare serious injection site reactions can occur, so tell your provider about any side effects. 99.9% of people stayed HIV negative. Ask a healthcare provider if Yes2Go is right for you. 1-2 PrEP.
Let's go, bud. Hurry up. Come on. I'm a baseball dad. Just because I didn't go pro doesn't mean my kid won't. Give me that.
No pressure, kid. Just everyone watching.
Coach says it doesn't matter if you win or lose the game, but that's what losers say. You gotta swivel those hips, right? And you gotta swing. 4! And if you don't have the right insurance, you can be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Okay, Richardsons, it's time for the tree to go. It's February. The holidays are done.
No, they're not, Gary.
They are.
We thought so too, but then Verizon just gave us their best deal.
4 new iPhone 17s, all on them.
Selfie!
Cheese!
Got anything under there for me?
Valentine's delivery? Perfect. More gifts.
Now's the time for the best deals at Verizon. Like 4 iPhone 17s, all on us. No trade-in needed.
Love that spirit, folks.
Old Trapper beefs. One-upping.
I'm a big Old Trapper fan. Not bigger than me. I love Old Trapper. I love how tender it is. Don't forget the wood smoke flavor.
What about the clear bag?
That shows you exactly what you're getting.
Savory beef.
Quality ingredients. I'm their biggest fan.
Old Trapper, what's your beef? The official beef jerky of the Big Ten.
Will you sign my bag and my tattoo?
It is halftime at the Barn, and what a first half for the Gophers. Cade Tyson, one of their 7 first half threes. Minnesota up 11. Number 10, Michigan State at the break as we welcome you in. Our State Farm halftime, Dave Riffs and Bruce Weber. If you were watching the tip-off show, I said right before we sent it to the game that I felt with great assurance that Michigan State would come out ready to play. We get off to a great start. I would say that was a bad prediction. I'm willing to share my stock tips to anyone who's interested a little bit later. This is not what I think anyone was expecting. What's going on here?
Well, first of all, credit to Minnesota. They continue to come back, loss after loss, close loss, overtime losses. They just keep coming back. But you talked about pace of the game, and they have slowed it up right from the start. They've spread them out. It's really, really tough for Cooper and Kohler to guard perimeter guys. So Coach Izzo had to stop playing both of them at a time. And then when 7 threes, you know, and Michigan State only has 2 made threes. So I was a 5th grade math teacher. That's a difference of 5 times 3. You know, that's 15 points. And that's kind of the difference in the game. Now, positive for Michigan State, their bench points are way up. It's 14-0. And so in the second half, if we remember last week, we had their Wisconsin game. Yes. They were up more than 11. Yes. Does that take a toll?
Right, and obviously they're so shorthanded, Minnesota is, and so you wonder whether Michigan State can just wear them down. I guess if you have 14 bench points, that means you have 7 starter points.
Right, that's not very good.
That's not great. No one for Michigan State with more than 5 points in the first half, and again, down by 11 at the break. We got plenty more hoops action, a triple header tonight. You can see the leading scorer in the nation and one of the hottest players in the nation go head-to-head. Get you ready for Northwestern and Illinois next.
At Ameriprise Financial, we know our clients are so much more than clients. They're conquerors and champions, parents and caretakers, believers and breadwinners. The goals that matter most to you matter most to us. Helping you achieve them is what we do best. With personal financial advice from an advisor you can trust and goal-based investing in solutions, it's no wonder we have a 4.9 out of 5 client satisfaction rating. Ameriprise Financial, advice worth talking about.
Emma, are you hiding?
Used car shopping is terrifying. I could overpay.
I'm always here to help.
Then show me, Carfax.
Almost half of all used cars have been in an accident. Half! Carfax can show how damage impacts price, so you don't have to overpay.
Cool. What do you think of this guy?
You don't have to overpay. That is one smart fox. Get free Carfax reports on every car listed only at Carfax.
All right, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them, no trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get a new iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
To keep my cool, baby, cool, baby. Already wondering what you
and congratulates the Big Impact Pioneers.
You're watching game 1 of 3 tonight on the Big Ten Network. We've got Iowa and Washington, our nightcap tonight out west. But coming up next, it is Northwestern visiting number 5 Illinois. The Fighting Illini red hot. 11 wins in a row. I thought it was funny, Brad Underwood was talking this week about the Nebraska game, and he said, I thought there was 90 seconds in there that we didn't play very well. So when you can cite 90 seconds in total in a 40-minute game where your team wasn't very good, you know things are going well, and they're going really well for Keaton Wagler.
Yeah, Wagler's been, we're not saying he's one of the best freshmen. He's one of the best players in the nation. There's no doubt about it, and he's doing it in so many different ways. We saw his shot chart before the games started, and he's getting this off of unassisted baskets. He's making his own plays. He's taking what the defense gives it, off the dribble threes, step back threes, getting to the basket, and getting to the free throw line. 34 free throws in the last 3 games.
14 straight double-figure games for him. I mean, he has emerged as one of the great stories in all of college basketball. How about Northwestern? Nick Martinelli finally got held under 20, just barely, by Washington, had 19. How did the Wildcats try to stay in this one?
Well, they're going to have, have to be very efficient. Illinois is efficient on offense, so they have to be efficient. Reed had a good game last time, and Martinelli. The little pull-up jumpers, because they do that drop, if they can make those and spread the defense out a little bit, it might help.
Rebounding.
That might help,
figures
too.
to be a major issue
factor
in this game. Illinois is so good on the glass. Northwestern isn't. Cats have never beaten a top 5 team on the road. Ever. History of the program. We have a top 10 team in trouble in Minneapolis. Cam Ward's got 5 points, but his team down 11 at the break.
And is this just into the lens? Start over. Hi, how are you? Do you need insurance?
Well, we're halfway there insurance. And when it comes to helping customers,
we will give it a shot.
So click.
That's my line. You just do it then. If you just want the line,
you click if you need a quote today.
Here's the quote. Lower your expectations. Know what I'm saying?
We're still recording. We're still recording. We're still recording.
It doesn't matter. They'll just take that part of it out. Okay. They just cut that out.
Every truck month, trucks talk tough. Only one delivers the trucks worth talking about. Ram Truck Month. The most powerful light-duty gas lineup in America. Backed by America's best powertrain limited warranty. First off the line, last one standing. Built to never stop. Hurry in for great deals during Ram Truck Month. The only one worth the talk. Nothing stops Ram.
Superstitions, Matt?
Hi, Carly. It's a good thing Discover makes it easy to be a Big Ten fan.
Totally. I get cash back on my rally cap.
Cash back on my favorite glove.
Cash back on my Lucky Shamrock.
Cash back on my game day chicken wings.
Cash back on my one cleat.
I even earned cash back on my Lucky bobblehead.
You win. Next round's on me.
Earn cash back on every purchase with Discover, the official card of the Big Ten.
Halftime on the Big Ten Network is presented by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A women's hoops doubleheader tomorrow night on the Big Ten Network. You can see the Gophers in action on the road against number 10 Iowa. That's followed by Northwestern at home against USC. Coverage begins with our Big Ten Live tip-off show, 6:30 Eastern Time here on the Big Ten Network. Good first half for the Gophers. Jalen Crocker-Johnson, 3 threes in the first 20 minutes. Minnesota by 11. Second half with Corey, Jordan, and Andy next.
When it was time to add my son to our car insurance, I was scared to even think about my wallet. But instead, with Drive Easy on the Geico app, my son's safe driving score saved us even more.
It feels good to take control of your wallet. It feels good to Geico.
Look, if you're an executive, this shirt is a must-have in your closet. I was tired of floppy collars and shirts with sweat stains, so I got this shirt I saw on TV, and now I don't have to worry. I got it shipped in no time, and I switched from regular polos to this immediately. The brand is called Collars & Co. They make a regular stretchy golf shirt, but the top has a firm collar on it. I got rid of so many problems by upgrading to this. No dry cleaning needed anymore. I'm free from uncomfortable long sleeves, and the collars stay stiff all day. Get 20% off today using code TV at collarsandco.com.
Pepperoni Magnifico. Pepperoni Magnifico. Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico. Classic and crispy cut pepperoni, 3 melty cheeses, all on our fresh made dough. And starting at just $12.99 for a large, it's no wonder Marco's was named America's favorite pizza chain.
All right, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them, no trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get a new iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
My mother told.
There's a way more planty way to get your protein for the day.
You got this.
There's 13 grams complete plant protein and 50% less sugar in this silk. How long have we been in here?
And you're feeling plenty good.
You come around with your hands in your pockets and baby, I've been thinking too much, but good hearts don't lie.
Welcome back to the barn. Second half moments away. Minnesota looking to snap a 7-game losing streak, limiting Michigan State to a season-low 21 first-half points. But for the Spartans, they've been here before, and in terms of outscoring opponents in the second half, nobody has done it better at a higher rate than Michigan State. So hopefully we'll see, or not hopefully, but perhaps we'll see that again here tonight. Corey Provis, Jordan Taylor. So if you're Michigan State, you've been here before. Down Penn State, Rutgers found a way to win.
Down Michigan, came back, took the lead, didn't win the game. But very familiar territory. If you're Minnesota, also familiar territory. Be very careful here. You know the run is coming.
Let's check it with Andy Katz.
Well, I just talked to Niko Medved, and he says we've got to finish the job. We've been here before. We're doing everything that we want to do, not allowing second shots, taking care of the basketball, being patient on offense. Can they do it? They were all talking about in the huddle, in the hallway. They've been here before. They need to finish the job. Niko said we've done it for 20. Can we do it for another 20? By the way, quick update on Devine. He is listed as questionable for the second half with a lower leg. It's essentially a foot injury.
All right, Andy, thank you. So we'll see if Ugochukwu is able to play at any point here in the second half. Meanwhile, Jeremy Fears Jr. had it blocked. And Carr with the save. It came back to Fears. Off the glass and in.
Tough finish right there from Fears, but Langston Reynolds goes under the screen, game plan discipline, uses that length and strength to contest that first Fears shot. Just an unlucky bounce there for the Gophers. Isaac Osman just missed an opportunity for a layup on a cut.
Minnesota knocking down 7 first-half threes. So a lot of this, working the shot clock down. Here's a cut from Tyson and missed the layup. But there is Reynolds to clean it up, and he is fouled.
Langston Reynolds is so good at knowing his strengths and choosing when to turn his weakness into a strength, I should say. So good defensively, great on the offensive glass, always got a nose for the ball. And again, you see that back cut from Cade Tyson. Opened up the offensive glass, help had to come, Reynolds capitalized.
Reynolds for the season at the foul line is just around 56%. Now in conference play has been better, just under 70% in league play. This is the first and knocks down the second.
Yeah, Minnesota's game plan discipline. You know Michigan State, when you play these guys, it's going to be a war. They're not going to back down. Minnesota doing a great job counteracting that aggressiveness.
Carr had it blocked, and we have a whistle and a foul. And this is going to be on Crocker Johnson. That'll be his second.
Owen Carr going downhill. The locomotive. Yeah, I think that's a tough call, because Cohen Carr right there, Corey, is kind of puts his hand out, kind of did it to himself. I don't know if he was going to make that, but definitely contact there.
Carr 58% at the line, knocks it down. First point tonight. The junior from Stockbridge, Georgia. One of 4 captains on this Michigan State team, and knocks down a pair.
See, early on, Coach Izzo going in the locker room, talking to Andy, said his best players got to get it going. First 2 possessions, go right away to Fears, go Carr going downhill. Heart and soul of that Michigan State lineup.
Jordan Scott defending Reynolds. Reynolds, with a quick spin, and fouled by Scott. Look at the first on the freshman. Western Virginia, Jordan Scott making his first start of the season here tonight.
See, Langston Reynolds, know he's got the freshman, and what Langston Reynolds wants to do right there is close space. Jordan Scott has the length advantage. That's going to be a teaching clip for him. You want to be aggressive, but you don't want Reynolds to get into your body, take away that shot blocking ability and your strength. Heads up play by the vet, and the youngster will learn, I promise you that.
Many new faces on this Minnesota roster. Langston Reynolds, senior from Denver, Colorado, transferred from Northern Colorado, knocks down a pair. Michigan State has won 21 straight games against unranked teams. Cooper underneath finds Kohler off the glass. Big to big.
Corey, right there. That's what we thought we were going to see earlier right there. Just a simple zipper action, a dribble entry, and high-low. Michigan State, a tremendous size advantage in this game. First time they've utilized it.
Durkin for 3. That's his 3rd made 3 tonight, and he is playing his best basketball the last 4.
And up here in Minnesota, Bobby Durkin become a bit of a cult hero, like we said, amongst the ladies, and that's why he can shoot the long ball. Gets free again. They don't get to his body. He's going to make you pay every time.
It's a perfect 3 of 3 tonight. He was near 50% from 3 over his last 3 games. And now Fears off a couple of screens. Into the corner. Scott for 3 answers.
Great recognition there by Scott. Isaac Asima, same side help with the little stunt. He slides corner in behind his head, loses him. Mistake from Asima. Scott cashes in.
Crocker Johnson poked free by Scott. Trying to save it, and he could not. And it's Minnesota basketball.
Scott gets his hand on the ball. Everybody in this barn wanted a foul on Kohler. And that's exactly why he's inserted into the starting lineup right there. Puts his body on the line, almost goes overboard at the barn. The ref was going down.
Yeah. Tang was waiting to check in, and the signage.
Coach Izzo there to save a couple bodies right there.
Comes out, Tang back in. Reynolds to Crocker Johnson. Spins and scores. That's what Izzo wanted to walk.
Yeah, and that's what makes Jalen Crocker Johnson so impressive. He could have popped right there, decides the short roll, but then again, gets into the body of Cooper like Reynolds did earlier, negates the shot blocking ability.
11 points for Crocker Johnson, tied for the team lead. 3 from the wing goes down for Kohler, and better offense here for Michigan State to begin the second half.
Both sides humming here on the offensive end, and that's what Michigan State wants to do. They get the ball to the middle. Minnesota's going to let that happen in the zone, but you spray out. And a welcome sign, Jackson Kohler, 5 of his last 26. They need his shooting.
Durkin tries again. His first missed 3 tonight, and now Jeremy Fears Jr. back-to-back Big Ten Player of the Week honors. Kohler cut off. Here's Carr in the paint. No. Rebound loose, and it's Durkin.
Great job by Crocker Johnson. Get a hand on that ball again, giving up that middle. Lamar decides to shoot because Crocker Johnson's so good.
Fourth made 3 for Crocker Johnson. The Bard is alive and well here in early February.
Listen, I know I'm a Badger, but I love when the barn is rocking. And nothing gets it rocking tonight like a Jalen Crocker Johnson 3. Minnesota is rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen.
twice yearly PrEP is here. One office visit every 6 months. 2 times a year for HIV prevention. That's 1-2 PrEP. That's Yeztugo. Yeztugo is an injectable prescription medicine that helps to protect against HIV through sex. One office visit every 6 months. One during your summer sun, and one during your winter fun. One during your summer glow, and one during your winter glam. You must be HIV negative to receive Yeztugo and get tested for HIV before each injection. If you think you were exposed to HIV or have flu-like symptoms, tell your healthcare provider right away. HIV testing may be needed. Yeztugo does not prevent other sexually transmitted infections. Practice safer sex and get Yeztugo as scheduled. Missing doses increases your chance of getting HIV. Tell your provider about your medical conditions, if you are pregnant or plan to be, and all the medicines and supplements you take, as Yeztugo may affect some medicines. The most common side effects are injection site reactions, headache, and nausea. Rare serious injection site reactions can occur, so tell your provider about any side effects. 99.9% of people state HIV negative. Ask a healthcare provider if Yeztugo is right for you.
I'm the guy sitting next to your girl on the kiss cam.
This game just got a lot more interesting.
Sheila? Mom?
Fire! Fire!
And if you don't have the right home coverage, you might have to kiss your savings goodbye. Let's go, beat it. Switch to Allstate and you could save hundreds. What are you waiting for? Make your move before I do.
Which is in order for them to become a productive citizen. I'm Willie Burton, former NBA basketball player, PhD candidate, and a graduate from the University of Minnesota.
Now coming up, our Wednesday night hoops tripleheader continues. Number 5 Illinois hosting Northwestern. Then later on, Iowa against Washington out west. It's all still to come on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Well, a moment ago, Jalen Crocker-Johnson made it 2 inside. Mentioned that Tom Izzo wanted to walk, and the Hall of Famer had a point.
Yeah, well, you know, with the new continuation rules, Corey, and the way that you can move you. Yeah, no, Coach Izzo definitely had a point right there. Jalen Crocker-Johnson gets away with one. However, the way Carson Cooper, you know, when you move into someone's body like that, I've always thought that was a foul personally. But, hey, neither one got called, so let's play some basketball.
Crocker-Johnson with 14. Durkin has 11. Michigan State led by Kohler at his 7 points. Veers off the Cooper screen. Well, Scott, he wanted the ball about 5 seconds ago. Now will attack in the paint. Contested 2. Yes.
That right there is why Coach Izzo thinks this kid is going to be a pro. Understand you got the size advantage. Asima's 6'3", get to my spot, pivot, rise over, soft touch. Pretty.
I'm enjoying the show. Christy Winter-Scott here for this one. Now Scott has 8 points. Crocker-Johnson to Reynolds. Spears who is set to take a charge. Asima 4 to shoot. Fadeaway jumper. No good, and we have bodies colliding on the floor, and it'll be Michigan State ball with 15:01 to play in the second half. Let's take a look at our rivalry resume, sponsored by Venmo. Michigan State won the last 2, not very close, crushing Minnesota on the glass. And tonight, Michigan State is +8 on the glass.
+8, but again, expected. Best rebounding team in the Big Ten. Minnesota somewhere middle to bottom tier of the pack. Only 6 second chance points. You'll take that win if you're the Gophers.
Scott knocks down the 3.
Here comes Sparty right here. This is that run you're talking about. You knew it was going to come. They cut it to 5. Gophers got to get back into their cutting actions. Can't settle right here.
Michigan State has made 6 of its last 7 from the field. Crocker-Johnson against Kohler, left hand, and foul. Look at the second on Kohler, and free throws upcoming for Jalen Crocker-Johnson. Let's go back, though, to Jordan Scott.
Jordan Scott, again, here's the first one in that zone. Strong ball fake. You got the smaller Asima. Get to my spot. See the rotation right there. Ooh, that's pretty. And then right here, Fears draws 2. Tracy. And what do you know? Who's nobody happier than Christy Winter-Scott? She should be. Coach Izzo might be a little happier.
Minnesota job at the line here tonight. Now 7 of 8. And Jordan Scott 11 points, 8 of the last 11 for Michigan State. He's the only Spartan in double figures so far tonight.
Chuku has given them great minutes. Kurt Tang has given them great minutes. But as Andy said, inserting Jordan Scott into the lineup, strategic move. He brings a different element offensively and defensively.
Fears took the contact from Osama, and then Grove was out of bounds, and Fears on his seat asking, hey, where was the whistle? As Osama went up, did not get the call. It stays with the Spartans.
That's a tough call. Osama goes straight up. What caused him to kind of tilt over was Fears coming into him. I think Osama doesn't go A to B right there, so I think the right call by the officials.
Here's Fears in the paint and knocks it down. 6 points for Fears.
And that's too easy. That's Jeremy Fears' game right there. Really good underneath the basket. Just a quick little throw it out, handoff, get to the middle of the paint, pull up two. So dynamic from there.
Michigan State shooting 70% from the field this half, and now Jesse McCullough with the foul on Grayson Grove. And team fouls piling up for Tom Izzo's team here. That's 4 here already on Michigan State, and McCullough, after a quick run, he comes out.
Yeah, McCullough, quick sub for Ward, and this classic right there. That's what I think of Coach Izzo right there. He's going to get in your face, he's going to love on you, but he's going to teach you. And that's why these guys at Michigan State develop so well.
Cam Moore, quick close on Crocker Johnson. Too strong, tipped out, and this will be a foul. And this is going to be on Minnesota. And Niko Medved can't believe it. And it's going to be on Grove, and that's going to be his 3rd. Let's watch Grayson Grove tipping it out. He got really the face of Cam Moore.
Minnesota has got a couple tough calls throughout the season. I think that's another one right there. Grayson Grove being active.
Stays in with 3 fouls. And now Reynolds. Poke on Fears, and talking going on between the two competitors.
We've got to do a couple of gopher games now. We've got to see Langston Reynolds. We'll talk with the best of them. We get to watch him and Chad Baker-Mazara go at it. And I don't know if anybody talks better than Jeremy Fears in the league. A little bump, a little extracurricular. Let me get that right back. Langston Reynolds, both of them like, hey, guys, keep it under control.
Niko Medved and the staff chatting with an official, and the Golden Gopher coaching staff is saying Fears kicked out his leg, and he sure did. I mean, that foot came up, and now Tom Izzo, he is hot. The play has been halted, and they're going to take a look first at the leg of Fears, and that got the attention of Tom Izzo as he is in the face of Keith Kimball. The Minnesota staff was adamant, got the attention of Kenneth Burdett Jr., one of our 3 Big Ten officials, to say, hey, take a look at the leg of Fears, and they were right.
They were absolutely right. And Niko Medved, he has so much respect from these coaches around the league, not only because of the way that he runs offense, but because he knows what's going on around the league. He knows Jeremy Fears was just in some dust-ups Friday. He's looking out for that stuff. Something I don't think anybody else really caught in this gym. Great eye from Coach Medved.
So the officials are at the scorer's
Previous
table.
call is under review or possible appeal for Minnesota's head coach.
So we are going to step aside. The officials will take a look. Tom Izzo not happy, but this is why the officials are going to play. A common foul was called on Reynolds. The watch saw the foot come. 5-hole on Reynolds. Niko was irate, wanted the team to look at it, and the officials will.
Thinking about a new building project? Only General Steel lets you see your project instantly, followed by pricing you can count on. Design your project in 3D or tell us your vision and we'll do the rest. Text STEEL to 59583 and we'll deliver a personalized design to your inbox in minutes. That's right, you'll see your project inside and out, complete with your customizations instantly. Architects charge thousands to capture your vision like this. Backed by decades of experience and thousands of successful projects, the General Steel design system gives you more than a price. It gives you a clear vision you can build on. Text STEEL to 59583 to create your own building or browse thousands of unique customer designs with new ideas published every hour. From personal shops to business expansions, see your new space inside and out down to the details. Get insulation tailored to your climate, paint colors that perform where you live, and expertly placed doors and windows that deliver access, ventilation, and natural light based on your unique needs. Text STEEL to 59583 to plan and price your project instantly with General Steel. That's STEEL to 59583 because if you need space, you need the General.
This is the one who makes sparks fly. Getting it done takes the right material, experience, and the right partner. The professional-grade products you need. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I know how to make slick-looking goggles/glasses, but I have no idea how to make slick-looking social media stuff.
But GoDaddy Aero uses AI to create social content out of thin air, like this one.
Walton Goggins goggle glasses are great gifts for all guys and gals.
There's a way more planty way to get your protein for the day.
You got this.
There's 13 grams complete plant protein and 50% less sugar in this silk. How long have we been in here?
And you're feeling plenty good. Wow!
You come around with your hands in your pockets and baby, I've been thinking too much, but hearts don't lie.
Alright, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them, no trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese!
Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get a new iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
After further review, we have a dead ball contact technical foul on Fears of Michigan State.
All right, so the announcement there from Keith Kimball. So how this is going to play out, Jeremy Fears, he's been hit with a technical foul. Minnesota will have 2 free throws and the ball. Reynolds still with the common foul, but then watch the leg here from Fears, went right up, and the officials were not on it initially. Minnesota's bench was. They asked for an appeal, a successful appeal, but this has been in the news. I mean, go back to Friday's game, Michigan State and Michigan. Jeremy Fears Jr. with a dangerous, looked like an obvious trip on Axel Lendenborg, and that's been in the news. And sure enough, it was on the mind, I think, not just of Minnesota, but everybody moving forward. Even Tom Izzo said it's been addressed, but I think the officials got it right.
Yeah, I think they absolutely got it right, and I think, you know, even if it was accidental, once you've developed that reputation, to your point of being in the news, it's kind of it's a benefit of the doubt thing. It reminds me a little bit of Brad Davidson back in the day. You know, I think the officials definitely do a good job cleaning it up right there.
So it was going to be Michigan State ball after the foul on Reynolds, but now 2 free throws and the ball. Here's Reynolds in the paint with the right hand, spun out.
Great patience by Reynolds. Everything but the hoop right here. Michigan State into this bench now. Jordan Scott started, but typically this would be 4 bench players for most of the year, and Carson Cooper.
Instead of Wojcik on the floor for the first time. Wojcik under 10 to shoot. Poke free, got it back, throws it up. Cooper, tough angle, no. Crocker Johnson short, ran down the rebound. Inside spinning and scoring with the left hand.
Jalen Crocker Johnson.
Trey Ford trying to answer, cannot. And Michigan State with the rebound. There's Scott again, having a great game. Turnover. 7th Michigan State turnover. And a foul on Michigan State. With 11:44 to play, we will step aside. Jeremy Fears Jr. whistled for a technical foul. He will check back in when we come back. But Minnesota is looking to snap a 7-game losing streak, up by 9 against the 10th-ranked team in the country.
Gary, used car shopping can't hurt you.
But what if I overpay?
Come out and I'll show you a better way.
Well, you said...
I know. I said nearly half of all used cars have been in an accident. But there's no reason to shop with fear.
Well, show me, Carfox.
Knowing how a car's accident history impacts price means you don't have to overpay.
I wasn't scared.
Sure. Can we talk about the PJs?
I'll talk about them, as long as you keep it positive, because I like these things.
No fear, just Fox. Say show me at Carfax.com.
Marco's only uses premium toppings, which means your pizza isn't just flavorful, it's mushroom-full, or sausage-full, or pepperoni-full. And you can get unlimited medium one-topping pizzas from the place named America's favorite pizza chain, starting at $8.99 every day, only at Marco's.
Not sure I got the best President's Day deal.
This is our best-selling Lush mattress. It has high-density memory foam, just like the competition, but only costs $9.99.
That's almost half the price.
When you find the better choice, there's only one thing to say. Oh, my mom!
You come around with your hands in your pockets and baby, I've been thinking too much. But hearts don't lie.
Full Dr. Pepper cherry is the best.
No, rich Dr. Pepper blackberry is the best.
It's Dr. Pepper and cream soda.
I reckon it's Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream.
Find your flavor.
Okay, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them, no trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Now you can switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get a new iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
When you make your dip super creamy with Hellmann's, your new boyfriend can know nothing about football.
Oh, he touched it down. Bro, that's the other team.
And still fit in just fine.
Have you tried the dip?
Oh, great fumble.
Great fumble?
That's a Hail Mayo.
March is on. The 2026 TIAA Big Ten Men's Basketball Tournament returns to Chicago. The United Center will host the annual celebration of Big Ten Hoops, March 10th through the 15th. Tickets are on sale now, so head to big10.org/MVBT to secure your seats today. Give your team a home court advantage as all 18 teams battle for a tournament title. Don't miss the 2026 TIAA Big Ten Men's Basketball Tournament in Chicago.
Welcome back. March 10th through the 15th. The 2026 TIAA Big Ten Men's Basketball Tournament returns to the United Center in Chicago, and tickets are on sale now. Head to big10.org/MVBT to lock in your seats today.
I never got to play in Chicago for the Big Ten tournament, so super excited. I get to go down there and enjoy it.
5 weeks from now, it begins in Chicago. Reynolds in trouble. Next foul, by the way, in Michigan State puts Minnesota at the line for the rest of this game. Jay Tyson's been quiet so far here in the second half. Walker Johnson, 3 to shoot, down to 2, blocked by Ward. And a shot clock violation, Michigan State basketball. I'll mention the upcoming Big Ten tournament and a notable change this year. Remember last year, the 18-team field, 3 teams did not partake in the tournament. This year, all 18 will play in the Big Ten tournament. That will begin on Tuesday of conference tournament week. All 18 go this time around. Michigan State hasn't scored in nearly 3 minutes and now fouled by Reynolds. The second foul on Reynolds. And And the 4th team foul on Minnesota.
That's what it's going to take for Michigan State. Jeremy Fears, that's a tough matchup. Langston Reynolds doesn't necessarily have to honor the 3 with Fears, and he's got the size advantage, length advantage. But they're going to have to find a way to get to this free throw line. Only 8 attempts at the line for Michigan State so far.
There's Kohler off the fake, resets, launches no, and Tyson the rebound.
So good by Reynolds right there. Switch late, but recovers quick enough to make Kohler reload.
Grayson Rowe playing with 3 fouls. Crocker Johnson, 4 to shoot, in the paint, and on the contact, and back to the foul line is Crocker Johnson. Let's get an injury update regarding Michigan State. Before that, let's check back in with Andy.
Yeah, Ugo Chukwu, as you can see him on the bench here, if you remember, somewhat through the first half, injured his foot. They've listed him as questionable. As you can see now, he's in full sweats. Obviously doubtful that he will return this game, and so that's another guard body that they do not have available. Remember, he was a starter up until tip-off when they decided to go with Jordan Scott. So obviously a player that they've got a lot of confidence in, and they were hoping they would come off the bench and give him a little bit of a pop.
Yeah, and Andy, he really was attacking the rim to start this game. He was their best offensive player. He was creating that force going downhill in what's been a stagnant day for Michigan State. So definitely missing his aggressiveness and his ability to finish at the rim.
So Ugo Chukwu in sweats. Jalen Crocker Johnson coming out for the Gophers.
Minnesota's done a great job at playing in range all night. Michigan State is so good at forcing you out towards half court, and that's why they're winning this free throw battle. Jalen Crocker Johnson aggressive.
Here's the late leave to Fort, got it back. Back to Fort, up top for 3, knocks it down. Second 3 tonight for Trey Fort.
Next man up mentality. Ogachukwu goes down. Great contest from Asima. But again, Trey Fort, that's what he can do. Make shots, only 30% on the year. Came in as a shooter.
It's a lengthy field goal made drought for Michigan State. The Spartans much better 3-point shooting here in the second half. But here's Asima slithering his way inside.
Absolutely love that from Isaac Asima. Could have shot the 3, says no, turns it down, gets downhill.
Everything but down, and this will be a foul on Minnesota as Kohler had position inside. It's going to stay on this end of the floor.
Isaac Asima right there. Great read. Again, Michigan State not into the body, loses them. Could have let it fly. Shot fake, sees that lane line open up, and then the crafty finish to get to the other side. As a small guard, the maturation of Isaac Asima continues.
Boy, the Minnesota bench again is up as they wanted the officials to look at a hook and hold on Kohler, but we play on. Rowe picked up his 4th foul, and Crocker Johnson is back in. Kurtang. Back to Fears. Doesn't go, and Crocker Johnson the rebound.
Game plan discipline for Minnesota. Every gap is full. Not helping off the shooters.
Off the fingertips of Crocker Johnson, loose on the floor. Crocker Johnson got it back. Asima to Reynolds. He lost it. Cade Tyson wide open for 3. Double on Kohler, fading away and knocking it down.
Jackson Kohler starting to find his game right here. Michigan State only .81 points per possession on the block. That's a tough fadeaway from Jackson Kohler, even with the size advantage.
Minnesota has lost 7 straight overall and 10 in a row against AP top 10 teams.
Or you think they want this one? You see how locked in those coaches are.
Tyson to miss. Back come the Spartans. And Fears is fouled. So let's go back to a couple of plays. Minnesota wanted a hook and hold on Jackson Kohler, and Grove was called for a foul. Sorry, it was on Ward as he got tangled up with Grove, and they wanted to see Reynolds. He wanted a foul there on Fears as he got his hand up near the chin of Reynolds.
And if we were going to litigate it, they'd have a great case for both right there. But again, I think saw a couple missed calls on the other end. You know, Crocker Johnson travel. It's the way it goes sometimes.
One of the best free throw shooters in the country, Jeremy Fears Jr. near 90%. Seven points tonight for Fears.
And Minnesota forcing him into long jumpers.
Another lane violation on Minnesota. That's the second one tonight.
Yeah, second one. Can't give points away in this type of game, especially to Jeremy Fears. Don't let him find his rhythm from the free throw line. But they're doing a great job, Corey, forcing him into long jumpers, taking away the gaps, showing bodies, and making sure that the help is coming from the right places as well. And now you see Coach Izzo, the adjustment. Kurtang, Jordan Scott, Kohler. That should open up the floor a little bit for Jeremy Fears and present some challenges for Minnesota from a help standpoint.
Tyson, ball fake, leaning in, not there. Loose ball on the floor. Tyson got it back, and basket counts, and a foul.
The barn is rocking. How many times has Michigan State got that ball over 30 years? Not tonight. Hey, Tyson.
At Ameriprise Financial, we know our clients are so much more than clients. They're go-getters and game changers, legacy leavers and visionaries, healers and confidants. The goals that matter most to you matter most to us. Helping you achieve them is what we do best. With personal financial advice from an advisor you can trust and goal-based investing in solutions, it's no wonder we have a 4.9 out of 5 client satisfaction rating. Ameriprise Financial, advice worth talking about.
Every truck month, trucks talk tough. Only one delivers the trucks worth talking about. Ram Truck Month. The most powerful light-duty gas lineup in America, backed by America's best powertrain limited warranty. First off the line, last one standing. Built to never stop. Hurry in for great deals during Ram Truck Month. The only one worth the talk. Nothing stops Ram.
His pulse never got above 85. So if you ever do meet Joseph Newgarden, pray to God you meet him here and not here. You want to catch Joseph Newgarden? Welcome to the fastest racing on earth.
Basketball, the Big Ten Network, is brought to you by Ameriprise Financial, recognized by Time as one of America's most iconic companies of 2026. Right now, get 3 months of Big Ten Plus for just $5.99 a month with promo code SAVE26. You get access to hundreds of live Big Ten sporting events, full and condensed replays, highlights, and so much more. Scan that QR code on your screen or go to BigTenPlus.com. Make sure you enter SAVE26 when selecting a monthly pass to check out and take advantage of this great offer. 10-point Minnesota lead, 7:43 to play. Kate Tyson at the line, and all 57 points coming from the starting 5 tonight.
Yeah, when you're playing like that, who needs a bench? But you can't discount the contribution from the bench. No points. But Grayson Grove has been tremendous on the defensive ends as a screener. Kai Shinholster as well on the defensive side of the floor. That's the beautiful thing about college basketball. No lost season, but in any regard, Bobby Durkin and Isaac Osama starting to join Cade Tyson and Jalen Crocker-Johnson consistently in this offensive attack.
Gordon Scott with 11 points, tying his season and career high. Also had 11 against Indiana. Right now it's Fears. Kurtang, three-point specialist, no. And Scott fighting for the rebound. Durkin there. Carr trying to rip it free. Jump ball. And the arrow will give it to Minnesota.
Bobby Durkin beat himself up a little bit right there. Looks frustrated. That's his 7th rebound, in big part to Grayson Grove, to Jalen Crocker-Johnson, boxing guys out, but he's done a tremendous job coming in and cleaning that up. Just a heads-up play right there from Cohen Carr. Pay attention to that possession arrow late in the game.
Reynolds against Scott. Big left, one right.
Old school right there. He said, come here, son. Let me teach you a little something. A little half spin, get into the body again. So good from Langston Reynolds.
Largest lead of the game. Carr underneath against Tyson. Puts it up and answers. And this will be an offensive foul. They're going to wave off the basket. And Crocker-Johnson is down. And Keith Kimball is saying to Michigan State, get to your bench.
And watch Cohen Carr right here. Clips him inadvertent right there, no question. See how it plays out, but again, you see Cohen Carr is so used.
Call on the floor is under review.
This is an official's review. Nobody has appealed. This is just an official's review.
Definitely clips him right there. The right call, I think, from the crew, but Corey, right there. Oh, wow.
As you slow it down, that's
yeah, it looks.
That's a good look there.
Always reminds me, you show replays, guys are like, that's nothing until you put it in the slow-mo, and that is, don't want that.
Now, Niko Medved, chatting with him today, and when we talked about his relationship with his players, and especially Jalen Crocker-Johnson, who came to Minnesota with Niko Medved from Colorado State, he said, I got after him after the loss at Penn State. None too pleased with the way he played defensively. Then Niko, looked at the film and said, it wasn't that bad. But then the next day, so they played Sunday,
After
Monday.
further review, call stands as an offensive foul. No basket, going the other direction. Minnesota's ball.
So Minnesota ball, no basket. Just to finish up that thought, Crocker-Johnson said, you know what, Coach, you were right. I sucked. My defense was terrible in that first half against Penn State. He's responded tonight, 19 points, 6 rebounds.
Yeah, he's got basketball in his blood, and he's got a high standard coming from his family. So he's responding in a big way. And he's 6'8", Corey, but what he's done tonight, he has won the physicality battle against the Michigan State front court. In the box-out game, at the rim, he's been great at going vertical, challenging Cohen Carr. And you saw it right there, Corey. Cohen Carr jumped into Jalen Crocker-Johnson. He's so used to being the most athletic and going vertical. Cade Tyson right there put a body on him, and Jalen Crocker-Johnson all night starting to wear on him. Felt like he had to create that space and creates that offensive foul.
Are averaging 11 per game, has only 2 points here tonight. Awesome, what a slip that was. Crocker-Johnson then challenged by Carr and a foul.
Great action right there. Minnesota loves that baseline run out, mash out for Osama. Again, Michigan State loses contact. Great screen from Jalen Crocker-Johnson. Kohler has to step out, and a great delivery from Osama. But Corey, I don't know if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, but these two going at it at the rim tonight is like Vegeta and Goku going Super Saiyan. It has been electric, these two, Cohen Carr and Jalen Crocker-Johnson.
I have no idea what you said, but you know what? It sounded good, and many do. To see Cohen Carr at the rim is just so fun to watch.
I'll send you a couple YouTube videos. It's going to be about 20 minutes of yelling, but you'll enjoy it, I promise. Goku, man. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z.
Pierce throws it up, and Carr throws it down. 39th Michigan State this season, #1 in the Big Ten.
Coach Izzo starting to go to that single high screen for Fears. That time, he puts Kohler on the baseline to hold Crocker Johnson. No backside help.
And there's Reynolds, the quick answer. That's kind of a plan of the Michigan State handbook after a made basket, attack, and go quickly.
Again, Jalen Crocker Johnson popping.
Oh, and we see it back-to-back. Fears to Carr again, and Carr thought he was hitting the head.
Cohen Carr's had about enough of that. Said, I got to remind y'all who I am. Not a lot of guys can jump with him. They clear Crocker Johnson out again. This time Kohler on the backside, three-point range, can't help. Great pass from Fears.
Big Ten leading, 39th dunk. Carr, Crocker Johnson the miss, and Tang the rebound.
Minnesota, no reason to speed up right now. You're one of the slowest teams in the league. And that's a good thing. That's in your favor in this situation. Don't need quick shots, but good ones.
Here's Scott for 3. That was off on the start. Durkin the seal on Tang.
Great job by Tyson. Great stunt and recover. Gets back to Scott.
Minnesota 3 wins in conference play this season. 2 of those ranked wins here at home over Indiana and Iowa. Reynolds got hit. And he'll be at the line with 4:42 to play. Foul was on Scott. That's his second.
Officials had their pick of the litter right there. Jeremy Fears comes across trying to block the shot. Goes to the head of Reynolds. Right there. Boom. Ooh, God. Physical out there, man.
Tom Izzo brings Fears over. Reynolds made the first, missed the second.
Reynolds exploiting that matchup with the young freshman. Continually getting into the body, using the foot speed, negating the length.
And Wojcik back on the floor. Divine Ugochukwu is out with a foot injury, and Wojcik turns it over. 9th Michigan State turnover.
Seen a little wide receiver from Bobby Durkin right there, playing a little free safety, just playing in the gap. You see the Bobby Durkin chants or hear it coming out.
Barnyard, the Bobby chants. Scott against Reynolds, and one!
Langston Reynolds, Minnesota has gone back to this play time and time again. School me once, shame on you. School me twice. Again, the spin move from Reynolds gets into the body. That will be on film. Coach Izzo was so concerned about the matchup of Minnesota. They run stuff that puts them into their weaknesses, in the post-up, spread them out, run cuts. Minnesota executed.
One-handed rebound by Scott, but then blocked by Crocker Johnson, and a foul. And we will step aside with 3:49 to play. The Hall of Famer Tom Izzo, he's been here many times. First time Nico Medved, though, has ever coached against a Tom Izzo team. It is a 16-point Gopher lead.
Superstitions, Matt?
Hi, Carly. It's a good thing Discover makes it easy to be a Big Ten fan.
Totally. I get cash back on my rally cap.
Cash back on my favorite glove.
Cash back on my Lucky Shamrock.
Cash back on my game day chicken wings.
Cash back on my one cleat.
I even earned cash back on my lucky bobblehead.
You win. Next round's on me.
Earn cash back on every purchase with Discover, the official card of the Big Ten.
Pepperoni Magnifico. Pepperoni Magnifico. Marco's Pepperoni Magnifico. Classic and crispy cut pepperoni, 3 melty cheeses, all on our fresh-made dough. And starting at just $12.99 for a large, it's no wonder Marco's was named America's favorite pizza chain.
What if I get in a fender bender?
State Farm's there with the assist.
Jersey swap?
Jersey swap.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Oh, I'm feeling this.
I assisted with security things.
Swap.
I assisted with popcorn.
Swap.
Get that jersey.
Get your corn, Eric.
Hey, I assisted myself by filing a claim on the State Farm app.
Swap.
In my halftime show, I had...
It's a great story.
We're done swapping. Too late, circus man.
State Farm with the assist.
You come around with your hands in your pockets and baby, I've been thinking too much, but hearts don't lie.
Dave Revson, Bruce Weber, 16-point lead for Minnesota. How have they done this, Bruce?
Well, it starts with their offense. At first, control the pace, spread out, made Michigan State got on the field. 16 assists on 21 field goals, 10 threes, and then their defense. They've limited Fears back in the zone, just so many different ways.
Really good performance all around. They'll try to hold on here. Remember, game 1 of 3. We'll see Keaton Wagler next. 96 points over the last 3 games. Illinois Northwestern coming up, Corey.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. Minnesota has been in this spot so many times this season in these tight games. 16-point lead, 3:49 to go. And normally the second half hasn't been a strength for the Gophers. It has been tonight in terms of putting the ball into the net.
And Coach Weber talked about controlling the game with pace, controlling it defensively with zone. They've been able to load up and play with 5, take away transition offense from Michigan State all night, and then executing defensively in a tremendous way, and then keeping Michigan State off the free throw line. They get 22% of their points from the free throw line. Michigan State does. That's second in the conference. Only 7 points tonight from the stripe.
This will be the 11th free throw attempt for Michigan State as a team tonight, and Scott at the line shooting 2. He's 1 of 2 at the line tonight. Shooting into the barnyard, and Scott knocks down the second. Points, a career high. Reynolds against Ford, double team. Dennis Wojcik, he's still in right now. Fears is on the bench.
Yeah, tries to roll out with Wojcik, and right there on that double, Isaac Osman's got to be ready to shoot that rock.
Reynolds, the save, and Michigan State with the ball. The defense from the Spartans. To do, down 15, 3:10 to go. Ford got around Durkin, reverses, no. Crocker Johnson cannot hang on, Carr does. In traffic, Carr is fouled.
Offensive rebound for Michigan State. Ford could have just finished that on the same side. Cohen Carr stepping up his physicality here late in the game. And from where we're sitting, Corey, an official was kind of blocking that, and all I saw was Cohen Carr's arm extend like Inspector Gadget to the rim. That was impressive.
So again, 3 minutes to go. Jordan, what do you make of Jeremy Fears Jr. not playing right now, down 15?
Coach Izzo sending a message. We know he's not afraid to do that. And I think he's not getting what he wants from his star. And of course, Fears has been so tremendous. I think sometimes you just got to mix it up, get new blood in there.
Durkin having trouble and will call a timeout. Minnesota 2 remaining. Close to a 5-second sound. So Michigan State's in full court pressure. And the Golden Gophers burn a timeout. As Dave mentioned, just getting started here on Big Ten Network. This is game 1 of 3. Coming up next, Northwestern and 5th-ranked Illinois in Champaign. Keaton Wagler. Perhaps are we looking at the Big Ten Player of the Year on the right side of your screen?
I know this might sound crazy, but he keeps doing this. He's going to get into that National Player of the Year conversation. We got a good one here at the barn, but hey, we might have to get home and see Keaton Wagler play, man. He's on TV tonight.
You know, Jordan, you're a student of the game. I can't remember a time a player has come out of like the 100s ranking all the way to be potentially the Big Ten Player of the Year, one of the top 5 freshmen of the year in an historic freshman class. He could win a player position award from the Hall of Fame. I mean, it's really unheard of what Keaton Wagler has done in the last couple of months to ascend to this level.
Yeah, and you talk about student of the game. I think that's why he's ascending, Andy. He loves basketball. You can see it in the way he plays, the way he reads the game, the way he's accepted this success he's had and kept it going. You can tell there's no settle in his game.
Michigan State will welcome Illinois to the Breslin Center on Saturday night. See that game on Fox. Seven to shoot for Isaac Awesome. Crocker Johnson with 4, brought it low and turned it over. Empty trip for Minnesota.
Crocker Johnson got to wait for space to clear out there before he plays.
Ojic the lead to Carr and 1. That's the 4th foul on Crocker Johnson. And Cone Carr back to the foul line for a 3-point opportunity.
Ojic had the turnover early. They're really good. Just keeps his dribble a la Steve Nash back in the day. Creates the switch and puts Crocker Johnson out of position, makes it all that much more tough to compete with Cohen Carr at the rim, and Cohen Carr coming on late.
So Carr, free throw made, 11-point game, the pressure stays on.
Minnesota go back inside to Langston Reynolds, I think caused that double. Definitely want a long possession, something going towards the basket. Time is your friend.
Double on Reynolds, high pass, Crocker Johnson tipped it to himself.
There you go. Reynolds having his way all night on that block, causes the double. Crocker Johnson, a little fake screen, slip, and he's open at the rim.
And Carr fouled again. That one spun out, and Carr back to the foul line. 2 more. Foul is on Awesome.
I want to remind everyone what I heard in the hallway down here at the barn from the players, the assistant coaches, and Niko Medved. We've got to finish the job. We've been here before. In the 7-game losing streak, 4 of those 7 games, they were right there to win it, including that buzzer beater on this floor that Wisconsin had. So it is in their heads, it's in the staff's heads, that they have to finish the job because they've not been able to do so in at least 4 of these 7 games in this losing streak.
When you lose that many, even up 12 or 11 now with 150, to your point, Andy, yeah, that does not leave. But if you're a statistician, I don't know who's doing the math at home. I'm throwing it inside to Langston Reynolds every single time. Obviously being careful, can't have that.
Turnover, Jeremy Fears back on the floor. There's Scott going baseline. And missed the bunny, but Carr does not. Whoa! And the lead is down to 9 as Michigan State calls a timeout, 1:35 to play.
God, Corey, chair still rattling over here after that. Jordan Scott does a great job again, taking Jalen Crocker Johnson or attracting him to the play. And on the backside, no one wants to get in the way of that. Cohen Carr dunked on a Gopher and his own teammate for good measure.
So timeout, Michigan State. You know, going back to Andy's report about, hey, Niko Medved telling the guys, we've been here before. This image caught our attention. This was at the half, before the team went underneath to start their halftime talk, film session, what have you. Reynolds, he brought the entire team over on the floor before they went downstairs.
Yeah, that's the leadership from Langston Reynolds. You love to see it. Even after that last turnover, communicating with Jalen Crocker Johnson. Hey, got to hold that ball with 2 hands. Be super fundamental right here, close this thing out. But I don't know, I've heard of announcer jinx. I don't know if I've ever seen it come from the sideline like that. Andy called it right on cue. That was crazy.
Meanwhile, Cone Carr doing everything he can to bring his Spartans in this game, back in this game. He has 12 of Michigan State's last 13. He's up to 14 points to lead the Spartans tonight.
Yeah, and regardless of outcome right here, Michigan State's going to go back and watch this. And again, Minnesota, starting with Jalen Crocker-Johnson and Langston Reynolds, won that physicality battle. Coen Carr brought it here in the last 4, 5, 6 minutes. Just maybe a little too late.
Both teams in the double bonus. Any possession jump ball. The arrow favors Michigan State.
Bobby Durkin going J.J. McCarthy now, too. A little bit of everything out here on the football.
Durkin in trouble. Double team. Jump ball. Spartans basketball. Durkin thought he was fouled, as did Nico Medved. Michigan State will get it right back down 9.
Might have a case. See right here, just tie him up. Looks like maybe a little bit. Go back to that Coen Carr tie up with Durkin earlier. Get the possession there.
Carr underneath, spinning, hanging, missed it. Crocker-Johnson the rebound. And Reynolds is fouled. When Reynolds, he was trying to get that pass away because Cade Tyson was wide open in the front court. So Reynolds back to the foul line, shooting 2, where he's 5 out of 7 at the line tonight.
Jalen Crocker-Johnson again going against Coen Carr. Stands up, holds his ground. Cade Tyson was about to tear the rim down, but Langston Reynolds taking his own advice. Stay in fundamental, let's go to the line, where he's 5 of 7. Boy, that was a heads-up foul there from Fort as well. Understanding that Cade Tyson was in behind the play, but also got to stop the clock. No better person on the floor than Reynolds.
Empty trip. 2 missed free throws. Back comes Fears. Here's Cam Ward. Into the corner, 3 on the way is good. And this is a 6-point game with 59.6 to play.
Can't ask anything different right there. But again, Bobby Durkin, great contest, but it's just a split second. Jordan Scott heads up on the offensive end. I don't know if he's going to come in your picture. You see Durkin, eyes on the ball. Scott sees it, slides corner, knowing he can't see him. Heads up play by the freshman. He's got a slower release, but he's 6'7" and it's high. You can't really get to it. Michigan State hanging around.
So look at that note. Since the 3:49 mark, Michigan State has outscored Minnesota by 10. And Michigan State, earlier in the conference season on the road, Rutgers, Penn State, they rallied, found a way, winning at Rutgers in overtime. Won late at Penn State, and Scott with 15 points, Carr with 14. And a 2-possession game with 59.6 to play.
And if the Michigan State comes back, you know who to blame. It's definitely Andy Katz.
And Tyson is fouled by Carr. And 2 free throws upcoming for Cade Tyson. 81% at the line this season, and he's 5 out of 5 tonight. So, you know, during this losing streak, Minnesota's had leads. 8-point lead early second half. Nebraska ended up getting blown out. Wisconsin was a 20-point lead, lost late. Led by 16, down to 6, but Tyson shooting 2. And Minnesota costly misses at the line here late.
Yeah, sub 70 from the line on the season. Cade Tyson, though, much better. He's 82% missing right there. It's worth noting in those other 2 games against Nebraska with the lead, Cade Tyson went out with 13 minutes to play and the lead. Didn't play against Minnesota.
Michigan State 1 timeout left. There's Fort for 3. Off the bench, his 3rd made 3. It's a 4-point game. And Durkin is fouled. He is yet to head of the foul line tonight. He's 88%. Third foul on Trey Fort. Minnesota has missed 7 free throws this half alone. But Durkin knocks down the first.
88%, only 32. Now that is 33rd on the season. Also worth noting, Northwestern, a couple of games early, Minnesota, when it did get to this situation, Isaac Osama, Durkin have knocked down clutch free throws. He does right there.
Court. Here's Carr. Crocker Johnson, 4 fouls. Take the quick 2.
That's definitely a delay game, Corey. Jeremy Fears, that's a smart play by Fears. Knowing they don't have any delay of game, so grab the ball, take one, you get your defense set up. It's a heady play by Fears.
Bowler out, Ward back in. Durkin out of a double to Reynolds, up dangerous pass, and Awesome is fouled by Ward. Dangerous pass cross court. As Ward saw it coming, was just a step late, and Osama will shoot 2.
And bodies flying everywhere. That is so heads up by Michigan State. Cam Ward, you hope Osama's okay. Tough shot right there. But Michigan State right there, Minnesota goes to that kind of football spread on the out of bounds. They leave Reynolds wide open because obviously he can't scramble. And they let you throw it back to Reynolds. Almost got the foul they wanted.
Second trip to the foul line for Osama. Now 2 out of 2. Gophers have lost 7 straight and again have lost 10 straight against AP top 10 teams. Michigan State, winners of 21 straight against unranked teams. This is the second 5-point game. Shot clock is off. Here's Fears to the basket, missed the layup. Osama with the rebound. And out of bounds, Michigan State ball.
Osama falls asleep right there. I think expecting some type of action. Fears does a great job rejecting the screen, getting downhill.
Corner 3 on the way is good. Trey Fort has made this a 2-point game with 19.6 to go. Man, how the emotions have changed on that Michigan State bench in a matter of minutes.
Wow. Wow, Corey. 20-6 run. See right here, Fears misses it. Osama seemingly has it. Ooh, that's... Did he step out before he got rid of it? And then here, that's good defense from Isaac Osama. Stays attached. Trey Fort made a couple early. He's gotten going, and now he's hot. Coming back behind the aggressiveness of Carr and the shooting of Fort and Scott.
Michigan State has never led tonight. Spartans are out of timeouts.
They're going to double lead Reynolds again. They're going to force that pass back to Reynolds and either make him shoot free throws or force another risky pass.
Osama in the corner, guarded by Fears. And now Michigan State fouls with 15 seconds to go, and Osama back to the foul line, shooting 2.
I think Jeremy Fears, that was a little premature on that foul. He can't see what's going on the backside. But all of Minnesota's players that ran away from the ball, and they were running off of Langston Reynolds. Isaac Osama was going to have to give that ball up.
Split 2 free throws a moment ago. Chance to make it a 4-point game. Does.
Stone.
Timeouts for Michigan State. Fears. No. Reynolds the rebound, out of bounds. Minnesota ball. Foul was called on Scott, his fourth. The Barnyard, they're ready to pounce.
They are ready to roll. As you see, Illinois underway, so we got to go see Keaton Wagler soon, but still a little ways to go here. Reynolds got to knock down free throws. Here comes the Barnyard, ready to storm this court.
And Minnesota will call a timeout. So we'll send you to Champaign in just a bit. Illinois and Northwestern, second meeting this season. Illinois won in Evanston a couple of weeks ago. Meanwhile, Minnesota, how often you look at the Gophers' record, 10-12, 3-8 in conference play. If you had to ask anybody that watches Big Ten basketball, there's some deception with that 3-8 record with how close Minnesota has been so many times in conference play.
Not some, a lot of deception with that record, Corey. They have played virtually every team close. Even Purdue blew them out early in the year. Went to Mackey, hung around for that first half. Light bench. Niko Medved is giving this Minnesota crowd a reason to get excited both tonight and moving forward. Young guys, Bobby Durkin, Isaac Asima, Jalen Crocker-Johnson. Something brewing here in Minneapolis.
Second free throw upcoming for Langston Reynolds. Missed it, 5-point game. Final 5 seconds, Fears all the way, the layup good, 1.4 to play. It's a one-possession game. Length of the floor, Asima, he'll dribble it out. The buzzer sounds, it is Bedlam at the Barn. The Gophers upset Michigan State. These fans, they stormed the court against Indiana, did so against Iowa in a much bigger way here tonight as Minnesota, with a win over a top 10 team for the first time since 2021. It was then 7th-ranked Michigan. Tonight, it is 10th-ranked Michigan State, 76-73, the final. For Jordan Taylor, Andy Katz, and our entire Big Ten Network crew, Corey Provis saying so long from Minneapolis. We continue Wednesday night.